channel. Today in this video I'm going to be talking about preventing sickness and different health issues. First, before I get into this video, I want to say don't forget to subscribe, like, and yeah, stay tuned for the information that I'm going to share. So these are the three subjects I'm going to be talking about concerning health. Number 1, physical health. Number 2, mental health. And number 3, spiritual health. All three of those areas, you need to make sure that you are healthy. And I'll show you what I mean. Staying hygienically clean and healthy is very important because most of the times when you get like a cold or the flu or different little sicknesses and illnesses, it comes from if you pick up germs. Or like if you get an infection, which can come from germs or different things that you might eat or different ways that you might cook that's not exactly clean. So for instance, washing your hands. When you go out and you're out and about and you touch things, you don't know what been on that particular thing. You don't know who touched it. You don't know if that person had a cold or if they may have any other illnesses that's like spreadable by touch or different things, and you don't want to pick that up. One thing that you got to keep in mind is that people aren't mindful of certain things when it comes to like spreading germs. Sometimes like people will go in the bathroom and not wash their hands. They will cough on their hands and then touch a doorknob, and it's just so many things like that that happen out in the world. And when you're out and about, you just gotta make sure you're not like touching your face or like biting your nails or something after you touch something, because you can pick up a lot of germs and get sick, and you can get all kinds of things just from that. So keeping your hands clean and being aware of like the people you're around, the places that you're at, if you're mindful of those things, then you'll be less likely to pick up a sickness or to pick up germs. Another thing, if you get a cut or a bruise, something like that, make sure you keep that clean as well, because you don't want like infection to grow or different things like that. And just be mindful, because sometimes you can like walk up against something and get a cut and you don't realize, and if you don't wash it right away, you never know what could happen. So always make sure you're mindful of those things as well. Also, when you're in contact with people, be mindful, because like I said, people carry germs, people carry different illnesses, sicknesses, and diseases, and you don't know what they may have. So like if you make contact with someone, you shake their hand, you don't want to pick up what they have. So wash your hands. If they coughed and they were around you, or like they didn't necessarily cover up their mouth, they just like half covered it, the mist and particles from that cough can still make it through and get on you. So like if someone's coughing or something like that around you, just wash your face. Like if you're out and about, you like go to the store and you run a few errands and you're like out for a while and you get back, wash your face. Wash your face and hands. Make sure you didn't pick up anything, because you never know what you can pick up. You can come back from the store or from work or from any place and bring back a cold that you may have got from someone else. That happens too many times. Most times when a person gets the cold or the flu, they pick it up from someone else. And that's just the quickest way that you can spread germs, is through contact of someone else, through picking up germs from someone else. So always be mindful of those things as well. Another very important aspect of being healthy physically is of course the way you eat. If you're not really mindful of what you put into your body as far as like foods and drinks, you can end up far more unhealthy than you ever thought you would be, because a lot of these foods, like especially foods that aren't organic and things that you'll get from a restaurant, don't really hold the nutrients that you really need that will sustain you and keep you healthy. And not only just nutrients, they contain things that will make you unhealthy, that will make you feel bad, or that will make you you know, not be in your best shape. So be mindful of the things that you eat, because that's very important as well. You can pick up like different sicknesses and illnesses from the things that you eat too. Like if you eat too much salt, you can get high blood pressure, or too much greasy foods and get high cholesterol, or too much sweets. You can gain a lot of weight and get some kind of disease from it, because your body's not meant to have too much of some of these things. And different foods are genetically modified, or they contain ingredients that are very unhealthy, like MSG or high fructose corn syrup, aspartame, just to name a few. And those things can cause detrimental things to happen to you, and you don't want that. If you want to be in full health, you have to make sure that you're eating healthy. And even people who like eat meat too much, eat meat every day, and just like several times a day, like at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you know, that's not healthy at all either. You were never meant to eat meat that much. So that's another way that you could be healthy. It's basically the way you eat. You know, if you slip up and you go to a restaurant and you get something that doesn't feel too healthy, you know it. You will feel it. So it's always best to include stuff like salads and different vegetables on the side of your meal and with your meal, and then different healthy drinks. Like you can even, lemonade is a healthy drink. Drink it with some honey, because honey is very healthy as well, and sometimes the sugar that can be in these drinks isn't really that healthy for you either. So just different drinks, smoothies, and different things like that that will be healthy for you. Another drink is kombucha. That's a really healthy drink that you can look into. And yeah, just research, look for different things that will be good for your health and that will help get you back on track. Something that I think is very important that you include in your diet is tea. Like different cold teas or hot tea, especially hot tea. Hot tea is very healthy and I think very important, because the warmth, the steam just helps clear you up. But not only that, the nutrients and the amount of liquid. So like you have a full cup of tea, right? It has all that nutrients, it tastes good, and it's just healthy, overall healthy. There's different teas that I recommend you include into your diet. We drink a lot of tea, just different kinds of tea. There's different places that you can get tea from. There's a site called herb.co, or it might just be herbco.com or something like that. And you can go to that place and you can get a lot of different ingredients and healthy teas and seasonings and different things you can look into. But I think it's very important that you include different teas like green tea, chamomile, peppermint. It's just the list goes on. There's a lot of teas that I think you should include into your daily diet, because that's nutrients that you can be getting into your body that will be bringing you to good health, and you can have a good drink. And there's different ways that we flavor our tea as well to make it very tasty. So one must is to have lemon. Like tea without lemon isn't really, I don't like tea without lemon. Let me just put it to you that way. I like to have lemon in every kind of tea. So I think it's a really good flavor to add to your tea flavors, as well as another healthy nutrient. And of course, as for sweeteners, you can use sugar, but sometimes I think it takes away from the healthiness, because sugar isn't really something that you need to intake as much. But if you use something like honey, it's really good. Honey has great flavor and it sweetens your tea. So yeah, I think tea is something that's very important that you should add into your diet. Okay, so the last aspect about physical health will be exercising. So like if you work, or if you don't really have a job that's like making you do a lot of physical work, you should work out, because it's really important that you make sure your body stays in shape, stays strong, because when you don't stay in shape, that causes you to not have the best circulation, the best strength, and just overall feel in your body. We as humans were meant to be active. We were meant to do things. We were meant to have strength. And if you don't work out, you won't have those things. You won't be in shape. You won't be able to run across the yard and not feel tired. But if you're in shape, you can run and not feel as tired as you normally would. So I think it's very important that you stay in shape, that you exercise whenever you can, because it's very important to your physical health as well. Not only that, like if you do pick up a few extra pounds, if you have a habit of exercising, you can keep the weight that you're comfortable with, and you won't feel like you're, kind of gaining too much uncomfortable weight. And a lot of times people are mindful of the way they look, and if you don't want to look fat or overweight or chunky or any of those things, it's best that you stay in shape, eat healthy, and try to live a healthy lifestyle.